Alright, Couyons, we're back with another video tonight. Tonight, we're gonna do a request. I got a message on our Facebook, and a guy wanted us to do a review on this Dettling Bourbon. It's from Alabama. So shout out to Josh Valgu for giving us this request. This is a cask strength, 55 months aged at 51.12%.
Get a little proof on it.
Now this is a very interesting bottle. I'm going to show it on here. I don't know from the side if y'all can see it. I'm going to post a picture. But there's a lot of what we're hoping is wood tannins in the bottle.
From what I've had a bottle of Kilhoman Sanic that had the exact same thing, but it was a little bit darker. It didn't look more like that one. Kind of looks like crystals floating around or flakes.
Yeah.
To where it's like, I think it has to be wood tannins. I don't know what else it could be, but I've seen charcoal like floating around in whiskey before, but like that Kilhoman had like it looked like wood.
This has got it's a lot of stuff in here.
Right.
And man, the color on this bottle is beautiful for 55 months.
Almost looks
4.5
like
years.
maple syrup. It's so dark.
Yeah,
so.
it's really, really dark.
Yeah.
This is going to be a bottle pop review, so I just picked up this bottle earlier today, and since Randy was down for...
I mean, I've never had a Dettling before.
Yeah, I've never heard of it until he mentioned it.
And as far as Alabama whiskeys, I think I've had the Clyde, what is it, Clyde Hayes? I forget the whiskey it is, but or Clyde Mays, one of the two. I've had that whiskey, and I think that's an Alabama whiskey.
Here's a close-up of the label. Make sure it hopefully focuses in. What's crazy about this is they have a bunch of different, or I won't say a bunch of different, they have like 3 different bottles I can see from their website, and they're like basic proof, 80 proofer or whatever, they have like a 6 grain. They have a bottle and bonded, which I think is a 4 grain, and I don't know if they specify how many grains this one is, but it's a single barrel cask strength. What's crazy is this is a cask strength and it's only 51.12, so you would think cask strength would be a lot higher, but it was either this or the bottle and bonded. But I like this one had the age statement on it. I don't know if the website says differently for the bottle and bonded, but
cool little bottle though, you know what I mean? Every bottle, you can have 750 mils in a lot of things, but I like those little small bottles for some reason. You know what I mean?
yeah. Alright, let's see what kind of sound we get.
Yeah, it's a decent little pop on it for first pop. And it's probably similar to a lot of whiskey like down south where in 4 years. So, and it's really dark. So temperature wise, I mean, like I said, making bourbon in Louisiana, you can't age it for real long. It's gonna pick up a lot of oak. The oak plays well with whiskey for a short amount of time. So like Texas got the same situation. So I'm pretty sure that's kind of what we're working with here with this Alabama whiskey. Is it's really dark, maple color, like maple syrup dark color, and then it's only a 4-year-old whiskey. So
All right. Oh.
it's different from those, but
I kind of feel like it has that, kind of like that Texas funk on the nose.
a little bit. I wouldn't say
Not the same. Not the same.
not quite Texas funk, but you can tell it's got a youthfulness on it, but still rounded. It's not like a harsh youthfulness, but
It does smell fruity, sweet, and it does actually smell like it has it noses like it's a high alcohol, even though it's just 51.
right.
I feel like there's a lot of alcohol on the nose.
You get a lot. You get a lot of different. This is just a lot in the nose, honestly.
Some like molasses.
Yeah, sticky.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a viscous kind of feel to it.
Dark, just brown sugar.
Yeah, that's what I get. Dark brown sugar molasses. A little
Syrup.
corn too. You get corn in there.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got a little bit of corn.
You don't get a whole lot of vanilla really. That's
No.
weird for a bourbon, but It is like aged for a short time. It's 4 years old, so. And you get a.
I have no idea what the mash bill is on it. I'd say maybe it has a little bit of rye too, but it seems like they have some spices
there. You can pick
there.
up the spices in there, yeah, like kind of like a rye spice. There's something in the background. Man, I don't know. Like I've smelled it before, but I can't think of what it is. To be honest with you, right off the top of my head.
I'm thinking the same thing. There's something
in the background, like on the end of it,
like a sourdough.
Kind of, man. It's almost like, yeah. I mean, that'd be a good little note for it. Like a raw yeast, maybe.
Yeah.
Like just a raw yeast.
I think
dough.
I was thinking kind of a dough or like a yeast kind of like smell would probably.
That's a good note. I mean, that's I was trying to pinpoint exactly what that was, but that's a good one. Like a sour yeast dough, kind of bread dough. It does have like a breadiness to it. All right, man.
All right. Cheers,
bro. Let's get it. Damn, dude.
All right. That's the first sip, but the nose definitely makes it feel like it's going to have a lot more alcohol than it does.
Yeah.
And then the taste, I don't get a lot of. There's a slight little bite there.
Very grainy.
But yeah, very, very grainy. It just kind of rolls on the tongue. You get a lot of the flavors, which on first sip, there's a lot of different things going on here.
Yeah. First sip for me was grainy, very grainy. Almost showed just youthfulness, but still not harsh to where it's like you don't want to drink it. It's definitely a youthful whiskey though, off the first taste on it.
My first impression is wood, but not like an oak and oak tannin or anything like that. It just has a good wood note right off the bat. I don't know if I poured myself enough.
Dude, it reminds me a lot of Mighty Terrebonne Distillery.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. We can
It's
pull
good.
that out and sample it here.
It's
in a second
good, but
if you
it's
want.
good but youthful.
Does it actually have a bottle? And it's just the regular proofing on
The
it?
Good Earth bourbon?
Yeah, the Good Earth. Let me pour myself a little bit more here because I feel like there's a lot going on there and I'm almost out already. And this is a bottle pop. Obviously, we just opened it on camera, so it has not had a chance to open up or anything like that.
I think it would open up pretty good later. You know what it kind of reminds me of off the top of my head? And it's going to sound bad because I don't like the whiskey we talking about, but Ragged Branch. It's got a little bit of that. Ragged Branch had that youthful, but it went harsh on it. That's why I wasn't a huge fan of it. People drink it, people like it. I think the one bottle I had was a single barrel, and it was a wheated. It was a double barrel wheated bourbon or double wheated bourbon, and I just didn't do it. I haven't bought another bottle of Ragged Branch since then though, so I haven't tried a whole lot of different things from them. But
and that was a double oak.
Yeah.
See, I find this has a subtle sweetness in the front, not too much corn. Kind of like it's like a corn note, but it's just a subtle corn sweetness right at the front, and then after that, it's kind of like a wood walnut.
Yeah, it's definitely a wood note.
Yeah, not walnut the wood or whatever, but like a good balanced wood flavor and taste, but also like a walnut taste.
Yeah, like a nuttiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's actually really well balanced. As for that funk to it, it does have a slight funk, but not much.
I find like
actually really light.
if somebody were to like because I could see people liking like youthful whiskey. It doesn't have to have like a mature aged flavor to it. Like this is a youthful whiskey, but it's still like a lot of youthful whiskeys aren't pleasurable to drink. They aren't like a great drink because it got that harshness to it. This is rounded, but it still has youthful notes to it, and that's why it's pretty
4.5 years, so it's a little more than 4.5.
Yeah,
it's not too young.
It's not that young, but like it's got like a youthfulness to it, though. You know what I mean? It's and I think it's just being, like I said, we talked about being aged in Alabama. I mean, it's gonna you know, it's gonna pick up a lot of oak in just a short amount of time. So
The best way I can describe it, man, is just sweet wood.
yeah, I mean it's good, man.
I don't really get a lot of caramel or vanilla or a lot of the traditional notes. Maybe like a leather twang there on the end of the
See, I didn't get any
palate.
leather in there, but it's good. Like I like it for what it is, you know. So what's the price point on there?
75.
Okay,
Before
it's up there a
tax.
little bit.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
I think it's going to open up even better. I mean, if you want, we could try the Good Earth and see if you think it's similar, but
Yeah, we'll do a quick little pour. I can grab it. You got it?
so this is the Good Earth. This is a Bayou Terrebonne. We did a review on it a while back. This is just a 1 year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1 year whiskey.
There's a 4-year one out, but we hadn't had one of those yet. See, I can pick it up, you know. I don't need a whole lot of it.
This one's
Same
also
color, man.
very dark for 1 year.
Yeah, damn near the same color.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, Alabama whiskey might be a little darker.
About the same.
Yeah. I'll pour a little bit. Just to do a side by side real quick on it.
Yeah, you could taste the corn on this a lot more.
Yeah, it's close though on the nose.
On the Good Earth. And obviously it tastes a lot more youthful. But it is 1 year versus, 4.5.
Yeah, even on the nose I can kind of.
I think this one's definitely sweeter. The oak's nice on it. It's a little more well-rounded. There's no real harshness to it at all.
Yeah, there's a lot more corn in the Good Earth. You're right. It's almost like overpowers the whiskey a little bit.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
Yeah.
All right, well, score. Now this was a bottle pop. Like I said, we didn't let it open up or anything like that.
Usually give it its due to, let it get down, get a little air in the bottle, let it open up. But on a bottle pop, I mean, a lot of times those whiskeys kind of turn really good after a little air. So
I actually
most whiskeys
have high hopes for it. I enjoyed it as it is now. So
yeah. On a bottle pop, I'd give it a with this the price and all like $6.25. I like it. I think later on it'll hit the sevens for sure.
I was gonna go. I was thinking 7, man. I think it's pretty decent now.
Yeah.
It's not super complex. But I'm a big, wood note fan, so I like a lot of
compared
oakier
to
whiskeys.
the two, man, I thought it'd been closer, but honestly,
yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be that.
dude, compared to the two, the Good Earth is almost like moonshine compared to that. It's very youthful, you know what I mean?
I like a lot of double oaked whiskeys and stuff like that. I like a lot of oak in my bourbons, so
It's it's got a lot of wood.
it's got a lot of wood notes,
Yeah.
but it's not.
It's not harsh wood tannin.
Yeah,
it's
a lot of
rounded
bourbons
wood.
end up with a very harsh wood note on them towards the end. This one is very sweet, very enjoyable. Like I said, almost like a walnut flavor to it. Actually, that's kind of what I think about. Is like it's cracking, the walnuts and eating.
Yeah,
Kind of reminds
I'm
me.
with you with that. Like it's youthful, it's grainy. That raw yeast bread note, dude, right on point. I think that's what I got from it the most. And then I get the walnut, like that nutty flavor, like eating walnuts and stuff, like fresh cracked walnuts and stuff. I get that.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I like a 7 on this. Now, let's talk value. $75. Now, this is probably not the biggest brand out there yet. They're not well known, I would say.
Right. It's probably trying to make its way for sure.
That's probably why the price point is a little high.
Small, like what you call it, like a craft distillery.
Yeah.
Just trying to
The other thing too that
they only can work with so much, and they spend some money making whiskey. They try to make it back selling bottles. So
yeah, I mean, the knock on it I would say is it's a cask strength at 51%. That's not differentiating very much from the bottle and bonded, but from what I understand, they got 3 different ones that they put out, and they do a different grain profile, I think, for each setup. So they probably are very different. I'm actually intrigued to try the lower proof one because 6 grains. That's crazy.
Yeah, we had a 4 grain whiskey. I ain't gonna lie to you, like I don't know if I've ever had a 6 grain whiskey before.
I'm gonna have to go back and look it up and see how many grains is in this. Maybe I'll tag it in the video.
That what it was, Spirits of French Lick, Lee W. Sinclair, that 4 grain, love it. Love that whiskey.
Is that what that's what I have up there. That's the 4 grain.
Yeah, that's a really good 4 grain whiskey.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I've ever had like a 6 grain whiskey, a 6 grain bourbon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, stilled bottle French Lick. Yep. So you got the 4 grain whiskey right here.
Yeah, it was
a barrel pick selected by Couyons. You got corn, wheat, oats, and barley.
Yeah, we did a review on that a while back, but it was a different bottle. That one's a single barrel bottle pick. I think it was a different barrel we did.
No, the review we did on that's one we did at Arkansas, your house, and that was
so we did that one and another one then.
It was that pick because after we had it, I'm pretty sure I went to pick up my own bottle. I think I picked up an extra one for you and that one.
Right, I liked it so much. I was like, hey, pick me up another one. But we did another. We did 2 reviews. The same whiskey, just a different barrel pick. So I think we did a New Orleans Bourbon Fest pick a while back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a good while back.
Yeah, that was like one of our first reviews. So.
But was that one a pick though, or was that? No, it was the.
Yeah, it was a Bourbon Fest pick.
All right, well, this was a Dettling bourbon from Alabama. I'd say good average on that, about 6.75.
Yeah.
On the score.
It's gonna be a lot better later on. I guarantee you that. Because like I think a lot of those like youthful young whiskeys, they're gonna get a lot better with a little air. So.
Yeah.
But I like it the way it is. It's really good. For what it is,
I think it's going to open up more, which is one of the reasons why I say go with the 7. The other thing too is I don't think it's a great value at the price and everything that it is, but I don't think that's also really the distiller's fault at the moment. They get a little bigger, they start distributing a little bit more, then the price could come down. But
right.
But being that I've never even heard of this whiskey until somebody recommended it to us to try, it's worth a shot. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to open up. I think it's going to be a pretty good whiskey.
Yeah. We appreciate the recommendation, and we appreciate y'all checking us out and watching some videos, and hit that like button, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
All right, man. Like, subscribe. See y'all later.